Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake, and this is going to be a channel. I'm just going to give you a little funny beforehand. I was just thinking, it's just been like a seed fear for several years. Oh, holy crap. I'm going to do all this work, and then I'm going to like croak, and all this is going to get discovered posthumously, like Vincent van Gogh, who just pretty much got kicked in the groin from beginning to end and just suffered on and did beautiful things. That's, yeah, wouldn't that be just the cat's pajamas? No, it wouldn't. No. Or that it's some sort of freaking popularity contest. And that because I don't have the proper, I don't know, whatever, I don't know, connections or whatever, or that I'm a salty bitch or whatever, and I'm just not sweet enough, that I'm never going to get any traction. I'm never going to be all that popular. And people are just going to be turned off. And, you know, isn't that sad? And I'm just going to be picked over as an also ran when it comes to being anybody who anybody would go to maybe get some information to ease their mind or heart. That would be, you know, that's something that just sort of made me run forward at quite a clip. I needed to make sure that my information was correct, that it was valid, and that it could be cross-collated, cross-referenced, that it stood and it walked, and then it began to dance. I saw us one time in a meditation, human beings, huge, huge giants, using the continents like lily pads, dancing in white dresses, giggling, and having a romp. I would have that image now and then, sometimes with a man with a rainbow coat fluttering behind him. Just lily pads. And it really has been a task to see the relevance of this in daily life. Being surrounded by people who really, really totally value doing well in the physical. And it obviously hasn't been that high of a priority for me. I mean, I do enough. I keep the lights on. But I've been busy. And that's really kind of the one of the punchlines to all this, is that I really feel like there are no impediments to being physical now, which I thought, you know, if ever this blessed event would occur, then I'd just go bing, and I just wouldn't be physical anymore, and la-di-da. Ha-ha. I got out. I figured out a way to get out of there without spilling blood. Whew. No, that's not it. Mm-mm. And even good old Jesus came back and said, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" I love that part of it where he comes back. Sam Kinison says he's the only person who ever came back from the dead that people didn't run away from in fear and panic. It's like, the dead live. He's buttering bread. A zombie. What's he doing that for? He can't even eat. I don't know. He just keeps doing it. I love Sam Kinison so much. I loved him so much. I named my Sam after him. But beyond that, there's just there was the understanding that, of course, you can be physical. God. It's just a step down. It's just of course you can. And I always thought, well, that's kind of weird. That's sort of split focus, don't you think? But I can see now that's kind of what I've been doing. Just, you know, sort of putting one foot in front of the other and trying my best and feeling, I'm so clumsy. It's just so, if there's a mess in the house, it's because I was there. Spills and all kinds of crap. I'm just, I leave a trail behind me. And I just think that all that switches, and I don't. That's the paradox. That's what I'm finding very fascinating to all of this, because yes, there is a very strong death motif, but there always has been. That's just something I've always walked with. It's, of course, it's an alternative. Why would you take that off the table? That's dorky. That's just one of the alternatives on the menu here. And bowing out, well, you can pull the trigger anytime. You just, it's just like in a video game. You repopulate. And as far as suicides go, sometimes that's just, that you're a messenger to help others. And it shocks them, shocks their system. It's a shock. It's a karmic shock. It's always a shock when karma is suspended, but that's a karmic act. So it only looks like karma is suspended. It goes on and on and on and on. That stays in your lineage. That is major coding. That shows up in people's biology, generations, and it affects friends too. So it's heavy karma, and if you want to take it on, well then there you go. To see that it's a sin or illegal or whatever, good Lord, come on now, grow up. Everyone's allowed, and no one gets there. In isolation. Suicide is an expression, a relationship, and the illness contained therein. That's all. And there's a lot of that about these days, don't you find? Yeah. There's a whole lot of pain walking around, acting happy. A lot of it. Yep. And it was about the structure. Structure's changing or breaking that I knew I was going to be channeling, and now my face is morphing, and I really like it when that happens. It's very soothing and hypnotic phenomenon. But my facial features actually alter when I'm looking at the screen. My hair is different color and different shape, and this would happen when I was channeling at the beginning. I would see that my mouth was moving as it is now, but I didn't recognize the face. The face gets ancient. It gets so old. Ah, yes. And so we are here. Oh my God, the change in the face is astounding. Astounding, we say. Oh. Huh. And we adjust the vision. Yes. So, and we have talked about the vision before, that the vision changes with the changes in amperage. And with this, you may see Ma, the one who channeled us, so to speak, before, reported having gone to a seminar on flower of life. It was too strong at that time, too strong, because after she was walking down the sidewalk and she was walking through people, the dimensions had merged, and truly what had happened is her eyesight had changed. But it's quite alarming and kind of jarring at first. But there are many who have had experiences with this, in the last few years, and they are getting used to at least seeing little shadows in the corner of their vision. At least that. Isn't that nice? Yes. Well, as the vision comes online, then it has to start slow. It can be a little bit scary. And even someone with great experience can react in fear. Primal. It's primal. Innate. Yes. Well, if you're a creature and you are dependent on your heart beating to have your creature experience. Well, this is the mandate to protect this. This is not wielding a gun because someone is going to steal your stereo. This is wildlife documentaries. Seals being thrown up into the air by orcas' tails. That level of life and death. Yes. So, the gun and stereo thing, well, that's a manifestation of fear, territoriality, knowing that you're off base, but not wanting to admit it. Acknowledging that you are scared out of your mind. So much so that your imaginings have a lethality to them. Understand? Structures breaking. It's happening now, you know. Quicker than expected, perhaps. A house of cards. Do it too soon, not enough will be exposed, dear ones. And there is much to be exposed. This is why we say, you know, reality construction is like a trapeze act. One must let go of both bars in free fall in order to get them to the next bar. Now, it's true. Oh, dear ones, it's so true. If you don't want to do that, you can always have a finger touching wood. Sure. Can you not see? The leaps are smaller. The gains are slower. The reward, well, it's smaller, isn't it? Can you let go of your trapeze bar? Can you? When below you is only blackness? Is the assurance of the one who stood by you as you leapt true? Is it real that there is a party below? And the longer in free fall, being observant, being ready, this is the truth. There will be more wooden bars. The next one leads to a more lighted place, and as the lights dim, flicker, turn off again, the mastery grows, the confidence grows, the wisdom grows, the eventual reward grows, because if you liken it to a chalice, you will start out as a sacred chalice into which pours the water of life for those who are willing to stay in the void. Although it feels constrictive at times, and horribly scary in certain moments. As the trust grows trapeze artist finally gets to that last rung and then swings gently down into a garden party. But that artist may look to the left and see, oh, what is that golden pillar? Oh, wait. Oh, what is that golden? What is... It's a cup. It's your chalice. It's your blessings. It's your inheritance as a human being. The water, never-ending life. Let the structures fall. Let them stay up as long as they need to. The longer they are up in this energy, the more profound and complete the destruction of the illusions holding you to realities which are violent, disrespectful, childish, and strangely simply no longer appropriate somehow, no longer an insistent need, fading to a possibility perhaps, but golly, there are so many of those. So, oh, fried egg sandwich. Oh, we are so blessed we get to eat the fried egg sandwich now and play with this Minky and clean up the Sam's room. There's still time. There's lots of time. Lots of time. Lots of play. But first, a full belly. Yes, this is important. So we talked to this one about the entropy. We reminded her about the kitty cat, that this is an entropic event. She is wasting away of her own free will. She's old, dear ones. She's quite old. And all is in divine order. All is well. Just beginning to understand. When there is ambivalence, when there is, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, I think I should, I know it's good for me, I'm not sure, it's such an inconvenience, I'm not really sure. That's a no. It's not an immediate no. It's a no. How long are you going to fight it? Until you're sure? Okay. All right. How uncomfortable does that have to get? Well, for some, quite uncomfortable. But if you know of this mechanism, why are you doing it? Do you enjoy suffering? It is luscious, is it not? Delicious. Intoxicating. Yes, quite intoxicating. Velvet. And a deep relief from what appears to be the chaos that is clashing all around with these changes. Yes, it's a wonderful tomb. Wonderful, wonderful. But it's a tomb from which all exit. We are urged by the one before you to relate a story, and so we shall, but we will be amending it a bit, okay? And she said, well, I always knew there was something to it, but this seems like a good time. Yes, it is, sure. So one of the first teachers reminded, by way of a funny story, peculiar to mention it. You know, Kathy, after that Jesus was crucified, died, and was buried, when he came back to life, where did he go? Who did he seek out? Who did he want to see? Now we take over. Yes, he is the great Redeemer, the great Forgiver, the great Lover, the Compassionate One, the symbol of an age, the symbol of consciousness, prepared to ascend. This man, after his physical ascension and return to humanity, as a forgiver, as a redeemer, as an absolver, as an atoner, did he seek out the barracks of those Roman soldiers? Did he go to Pontius Pilate's mansion? Did he travel to see King Herod? Be aware, all of you, of your own expectations of love, of what it truly means. That Jesus went to his friends. He went to his friends. He went to his friends. Do you think anything in that book about that man is accidental? No. It can be seen by those who are awakening as a manual of one person's navigation of an angular, quite solid and chunky energy that had yet to be pulverized, liquefied, and released. The one before you was not the only one who vibrates with the energy of the ascended ones. Many of our friends visited physically by masters. This energy placed into the grid in 1995. Into the grid for humanity. This is when we ascended. The one before you assisted us in this. We made her laugh so many times when she would ponder on that, what that really might mean. And we always come and say, do you think that you would assist us in this, and we would not assist you in yours? Your work with us was fundamental. We could not have done it without you. And so, we are simply returning the favor, having been dispersed and readied in the intervening year. So, there we are. This is what we want to say. It is time for us to be of industry, but first we must feed ourselves. It's very important. And we will be working on the anxieties of, oh, what happens next, la la la. Eat the egg sandwich, watch a video, and smile. We love you, dear ones. Namaste.